it increases your level of uncertainty because you never really know what people are going to do. And that's kind of the essence of this resilience modeling. It's all based on the principle of uncertainty. And the human element, I think, is in some ways the most uncertain part of it. Climate change, well, that's dead certain. What it's going to mean in specific cases, that's something a bit different. But humans, you never know what they're going to do next. So that's why you have to model it, and then you manage adaptively. You specifically test the system to figure out what's going to happen when you push it towards a threshold, or maybe even deliberately push a part of the system over the threshold in a small-scale experiment so that everybody can learn. And social learning, as a result of the implementation of a resilient strategy, that's the real key to success. There's no point in doing an assessment and saying, well, that's it, job's done, guys, there's the report, and walking away. That's just the beginning.
Okay, thanks. Since I don't know what I'm going to do next, what I'll do, we do want you, you've heard enough from us talking away here. We want to engage you now, and we're going to divide you up into a few groups to deliberate on some of the findings of those 6 journeys, which represent a lot of workshops, a lot of events, a lot of campuses and so forth, and see how we can pull it together into something that might be A, coherent, and B, that can be fed back into the bigger plenary stuff. So I'm going to hand over to this young man over there.
Freedom. No. The next step in this is to try to divide into 4 groups. Each group organized around each of the 4 primary or thematic journeys. The islands and drylands should be, if we can, if there's people that are into those areas in the room, divided amongst those 4 areas would be the best way to handle it. Then within each group, over the next, let's say, 20 minutes, that will take us to just about 4:15. We would ask that you look at basically 2 questions. What are the priorities that we need to address in these areas? And how do we go about doing it? Keeping in mind we've got 4 journeys, and we're really trying to address these 4 broad drivers: change, risk, stewardship. We're trying to get the scope of what we're about. And I'll just add a footnote when we talk about resilience. I'm engaged in this in large part because I believe that it is a tool that could be very valuable. But one of the things I've observed in this arena since I've been here is if there's one meaning of resilience, there's at least 50. And one of the reasons that it could be of value is we might be able to actually provide a common denominator in this debate. Mostly because I think we can put it to work. But let's leave that for the groups to feedback. So if we take the corners of the room, there's no way to divide you except yourselves. Let's say this corner here, we're going to have disaster risk reduction right here, ecosystem-based adaptation there, back corner ecosystems and the red list, and ecosystems and resilience for ecosystem services. Okay? And we will go until 4:15. At that point, somebody from the group, if you could forward your recommendations as they come out of the group, then we'll compile them and we'll have a summation.
So Edward.
Right. Angela, can you?